Good morning everyone, it's Rachel here and welcome to my chaos. We're doing whatever Wednesday and I've been thinking about it for a few days and I have decided to do a Christmas bunting. But it's a Christmas bunting with a little bit of a difference. Well, it's a difference for me as opposed to my Easter one. I'm thinking first of all I'm going to attach it on this. Got quite a bit of this and I think I might attach it on there, and I don't want it to be too long because then I have to fill it all. So I think, oh my goodness, did I not bring in scissors? Oh, thank goodness I've got a pair of scissors here. I brought in so much stuff that I am in an absolute state of chaos yet again. So has a silly thing stopped flickering? Yes. So let me see, how long is this? I've got centimeters here, so you'll have to Google Translate. Just ask Google what's whatever centimeters to inches if you need to know that. So it's 1 meter, about 1 meter 65 is what I've cut here. And I'm going to attach my bits to this. So let me tell you what else I've collected. I've got some scraps of fabric. I've got one of my packs of these, don't know what's in there. I've got one of these bags, a drawstring bag. I brought in flour just in case I need that. A random embroidery, which I'll probably lose. Some trims, some spotty tulle, some sort of plainer doilies. I don't know where I'm going to put everything. I'll put those over there. All of these sorts of little bits and pieces. A bit of wool felt. I don't really know what I'm doing. Some fabrics, and I've got more scraps of fabrics in the colours that I might need, and I've got some of my Christmas fabrics here. I brought these. I don't know if I want to break into that. I just love it like that, but I might break into that. I've got some tassels. I have this lovely old piece from that Lisa from Eleanor and Ruby gifted me when I went up to see her. She gifted one to Mum and Sass as well, I think. That could find a home. I've got a whole lot of embroidered doilies. These ones are, that one's hand done, but there's some that are not my favorites, but those ones, they're machine, I think. Oh no, they might be hand done, but they're kind of a little bit boring, but they could be okay a little bit on something like this. So I've just grabbed some that I thought might work. And I've grabbed some rectangle. Oh, that one I needed to iron, so I won't be able to use that today. I forgot to iron that. Here's another one of those. I just had this random piece of linen here. I have some old quilt too, really damaged pieces of old quilt that I can do stuff with, and quite a few bits of those in the colours that I thought would work. So, oh, I'm on my stool. Right, so what I thought my difference would be is and I've got some rusty bells here. I've just got them on a piece of paper. They're quite rusty, and they do, that's not belling, just a minute, that one is. And I thought I might have those. Oh, I forgot to bring in some red and white baker's twine. Ho-hum. Oh well, anyway, if I need those. Oh, and laundry labels, I could use lace, that sort of thing, but I didn't pull it all out. I've got yo-yos, all the things that you need when you're playing around with making a bunting. So I thought I would have it on here, and I'll attach them. That'll dingle dangle at the front, so I need to be mindful of that. Or I could snip them off and stitch something to the front, which I might do. I have to decide. You probably think I'm totally weird. So what I'm going to have are a variety of things, vessel sort of things. So that will attach directly on there, needs to be embellished and be hanging down, and it's like a bag. So really what you could do an advent bunting in this way, but you'd have to bunch them up because otherwise you don't want it to be like 10 meters long. You'd have to bunch them up, and you could have 25 on there and each one had a gift in. You could do them smaller. So I thought I might have 5 different ones. One is going to be a drawstring bag. We'll work on those first. I think this might be a multi-part video. One will be I might do 2 stockings. I'm wondering if I could get a little stocking out of that. Probably not that one. I wanted to do an envelope, and I thought I could do an envelope all out of this one. Let's see. That wouldn't be too big. So I could stitch that. Can you see? Let me see what you can see. I have to climb up. That's why I've got my stool here. Oh yes, you can see. This is why I'm in Lola's room. I just thought you'll be able to see the expanse of it rather than me struggling on my desk. I thought that would be very pretty, although I don't like that. What about if we folded it up like this? We could fold it up like that. I might not use this for that. No, why is that not working in that direction? It's not really working very well. No, I'm not having that one. That one's not working. I brought in another one, just a minute. This one. This is, oh, there's two. So I thought this could be pretty. That can be on the flap, and it's green and pinky and red. I could find more embroideries and things. I might have to pull them out. I could find more. That's it. So that's going to be that's another one, and I'll have to attach something, and I might just fold it down a bit more like that so it overlaps. So that's going to be my envelope. What else did I think? Oh, I thought I could have some sort of pouch. I probably won't need all these things, but I brought them anyway, just like an open sort of vessel-y sort of pouch. So I think this would make a very nice stocking. It doesn't have to be a vessel, but it can be. So I could fold that up and make a little stocking. So I've got a pen here. Oh, you know what I should do? Do I have any paper in here? Scrap paper? I usually do. Okay. So what I need to do is I'm going to eyeball it. I'm probably gone too far. Oh, I'll do it that way. Although I tend to want to do the toe that way. So that's going to be one stocking, and I would consider that the large one. So just making a template for it. I've got paper scissors in here. I'll cut it out better. And then I want a small one, a smaller one. And I'll draw it that way. Yeah, and a smaller one. We don't want everything big. Yeah, I mean, you could have multiple drawstring bags. You could have a variety. There's also, I saw check, red and white check ones. I didn't get any of those. I didn't want to wait for them, although I could order them and then add it later. So there's one small one. Let's throw the rubbish down there. There's got a garbage bin down there that I need to empty. This one's a bit of a funny shape. I'll try to adjust it as I cut it. First I'll cut it out like that so I can see better. Go in like that, let's see. And then I'm just going to fix where I don't like it. I like it a bit more rounded, and I think that's too, if I'm not careful, it'll end up being the same size as the other one. There we go. I like that shape. I'm happy with that shape. So let's do, I think I wanted to do, I can't center that. I'd love to center that. Let's put it on, oh, here, let's do this one. So I have to draw it on the inside there. Oh, and I wanted it to fold up. No, I'll have to stitch all the way around it. I won't fold it up, I'll just stitch around it. And then this I'll flip over like that. I don't need to leave any seam allowance. I'm just going to raw edge stitch it. I don't know whether this will be a two-parter or a three-part video. Today we're going to do preparing a whole lot of stuff. Next week we'll do some stitching, and then probably the week after we'll have to put it all together. I probably didn't need any more stitching projects, if I'm honest with you. Good thing I didn't try and cut that together. That is super thick. But honestly, it was something that I've been thinking about doing for quite a while, because my lovely customer, Cheryl, I'll call her Cheryl D, she's already making one. Cheryl, how are you going with it? And she's already collected up her stuff for it. But I didn't want to do mine exactly the, oh God, I've gone wonky there. I didn't want to do it exactly the same as the Easter bunting. I wanted to do it a bit differently. And then you can put things in these. I'm only doing, because we're not doing advent calendars. Lulu had, oh, isn't that cute? Lulu has one that I made for her. It's downstairs somewhere. And Sarah made one for Jamie, I think. So I don't want to do another advent calendar. But I think it was fun to have your Christmas bunting with all different shapes on it. Now we could make a little house too. I think I'm cutting these differently, so I'll have to adjust them when I put them together. I'm just going to keep those little bits there because they're very old. I could even pull it apart and use the fabric, so I don't want to throw them out, even those strips. Now let's see if these will fit together. Oh, kind of. Oh, good, look at that. See, I don't know which side I prefer. Love that. I could just put two and not have them as vessels. So that's that. We've used that fabric. I'll put that one aside. It can go back in the drawer. I'll chuck it over there. And now here, that was the big one. I could do the little one. This is very fragile. Maybe I don't want to use that one. I do like that. But no, they're very fragile, those. So we'll put those over there. Maybe we'll use this. But I don't think I'm going to do such a good job with the little. So maybe I need to do two bigs. I could get a, see, I'm not going to capture very much of it. I could just do it like that. That would capture a bit. I mean, it's pretty damaged, so it doesn't really matter, does it? I'll flip that over. Oh, look at that side. I might just do this one, what was meant to be a vessel, but this could be just a decoration, and maybe I could do two bigger ones. I'll see. I'm going to cut that out and then I'll decide. Because I love the back fabric of this. So this might be just an in-between decorative hanging down overlapping bit. That's complex, isn't it? Oh, cute. So as I said today, we're going to prepare a whole lot of elements. It's all coming apart. So what I could do, if it's going to come apart, that could become the backing for the little stocking bag. What you would put in there, I don't know, or a sprig of holly or something. Oh, that's really cute. Okay, so that's that one. And then what else did I want to do? I wanted to have like a little pouchy sort of thing. I think, let's see, I could fold that over. And that could be a little pouch. That's cute. What other colours do we, oh, or we could go that way. That and that, that's nice too, isn't it? Or we could even have it deeper. No, I don't think I want it so deep. Although I could have it rectangle like that. Why don't we do that? So what I need to do here is, I've got the hiccups. I'm going to trim down the seam. And we're going to make a little mini juju pouch. I'll call it a juju pouch because it's the shape that Mum does. Okay, and I will recuperate all of that. So that's going to be my little pouch. Sweet. Right, so what have we got going on here? That's, put that aside. We have this, we have those. So we've got that. So in between we would have something like this. Let's start with this one in the middle. That won't work, will it? Can't be in the middle. That, 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 and that. I'm just trying to think, would I make another stocking in a different fabric? Let's see this. So I just have to take that off. I think all of this is coming off. Let's see. Oh, almost. And then that could be the little, isn't that cute? Okay, so let me just think about this. 1, 2, 3. Maybe we'll only have 4 bags. It's going to be a pouch. Hang that way. An envelope. A drawstring bag. A stocking. Okay. Right. Yeah, I don't want to be, oh, I could stitch onto, I could make something out of, actually, I'm going to do a stocking out of this and decorate it. I'm going to do another big one. That's what I'm going to do. Change my mind. And that's just going to be a little decorative one, and I could cut out some more if I want to. So let's see if we can draw this on here. And I'll switch it, the position of it over to there. This is just a lovely Italian wool felt. It's wiggling a bit. So what I want to do here is just fold it over. So if you can get a nice woolly felt, that would be great. Otherwise, I mean, use what you can. Even wool, just, you know, lovely, some sort of lovely wool. So that woolly, I mean, the felt and the wool are good because they don't fray. So they're good things to use. This is an evolving idea, guys. No, nothing's ever clear with me. I've planned as much as I could. My little pea brain could. Okay, I'll keep that. I can do things with that. I can even do something with that. Put that all over there. So now we need to start thinking. I'm going to cut out another little stocking. So that one's going to go there. So I cut it out right sides together because this does have a reverse side. I'll just pin them together. That one's going to go over there. This one's going to go. See, and even the colours are working better, so that's good. Right. Oh, that's going to be tough. So those are going to go there. Okay, and that's can go that way or that way. And we'll have that floating somewhere in between somewhere. Okay, so, and then we're going to have little things like this flying around. I just have to work that out by that. See, that couldn't really become, what if I'm just playing around. See, that could be like a little Christmas cone and hang like that. Stitch it, and that could be like a little Christmas cone and have, oh, why don't I do that? That's a good idea. Okay, lock that in. It might get more stuff on it, which is why I'm only pinning. So we're going to have another vessel. I'm just going to make a whole lot of stuff and then we can decide. And then some of these might, I might put some of these things over like that, you see. And what I would do is I'd just trim off the pom-poms, the tassels that it's covering, and that will go over. So I'm just going to pin that. I'm not putting it there necessarily. I'm just going to pin it as an idea. But I would cut that bit off and just fold over a tiny bit just to, in fact, I'll cut it off now in the most bodgy fashion, because I can use that somewhere else. Yeah, that's going to hang over. Then you might have a bag, then you'll have that, and you might have something else. Here's another one, although some of these things can go on here. So I think what I might focus on now is working out these elements here. Like, for example, in my head, do I want to attach any more onto that? I don't think so. I think that I'm just going to very carefully stitch that. and that will be that. I could put, maybe when I put my stitch on I might stitch on some baker's twine or some string or some ribbon. I've got some ribbon here. I might, see, that would be lovely, wouldn't it? And that way I can attach it. There's a thought. Let's just take, I don't know how much I need. I'm just going to cut out an amount. And that's going to go onto here. And it may stitch on to the thing. I'm just going to pin it. And then there, I think I might add some holly or something. So that's going to hang up there. Let's put a pin in here. That's too long. I'll adjust it. And whatever I snip off, I can always use it somewhere else. Okay. Right, so that's one. Now this. Let's talk about embellishing this. So I do have some of my fabrics. I have some yo-yos. Let's just see. Oh, and I've got scraps over here. Let's hop over here. I also brought in this. I just had this flying around because I saw it. For example, this flower, which is red. It was just flying around with my Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. It could be. See, I'm having so many thoughts now. I'm never going to get this finished by Christmas. It's just a joke. But I'm thinking, oh my gosh, you could have these. You could put them onto a piece of wool, blanket if you've got that, or wadding or whatever. I'm thinking I might put it onto a piece of that lovely felt, and I haven't used my felts, and I've got a lot of them. Actually, I've got a whole lot downstairs of these lovely Italian felts. And I had considered making packs of them, but I'm debating whether I want to, because I might not be able to get them anymore because they're not selling them anymore. So, for example, this, it's not too hard to cut out because it actually has a very light, creamy sort of background. So, for example, it doesn't, well, it kind of fits on there, but I could have it even going that way. But I think I'll put something else on there, but it could go on here, for example. I could put it on there, which I quite like, or I could simply put it on here. Stitch it onto there, do a little bit of embroidery on it, and just having it hanging down as one of the elements hanging down in between the baggy things. But I've also got this lovely colour as well, and I quite like it on there. So I think I'll pin that there. See, I could make a stocking out of this. I could have so many different vessels. Don't tell me I'm going to end up doing that. No, I'm not doing an advent calendar. I'm not going to have 25. That will be done next Christmas. And I would just, I'm going to stitch it on, and then I'll very carefully leave a border and cut around, and I'll put a loop on it, and it's just going to hang down. There's an element. So this is what I want to get done today, is a whole lot of elements that you guys, if you want to make one, you know, in these last minute sort of things, if you want to make one, then you have the opportunity to do that. See, this could hang down. Let me see this. I wouldn't put it on the red. I could put it on the green. I could also put it on here and have an edging. I have to think about that. I do like it on the green though. Or actually, what about on this? No, that's not me, but I could put it on there. I don't know. Or this might go again here. I might just stitch it on there. So I'm going to put that aside. There's a thought. That's something that I've put together. And the fun thing is, the most fun part I think of this is doing all the elements. Yeah, doing all the elements and then bringing it all together. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to do something on here, but we'll do that in a minute. You saw me do those, was it last week or the week before? I can't remember. I'm just trying to see on here if there's anything I'd like to put there. I've got cotton and linen. For me, it's much of a muchness. I love them both. This is the one we did a bit of embroidery on. last week. I kind of like that. I'm just going to cut into it. Now you might think, oh yes, you can do that. You've got a lot. I actually don't. They're all in packs. These were just the leftovers from when I did the packs, because I can't, when I do the meterage, it's not the right number to divide it by 3 or 6. So I don't actually, and I don't keep a lot. Now that could even be a little pocket. I'm just debating whether to put that there or not. Doesn't matter if I cut it out, because I can always, we don't need any ladies. Well, we could have a Virgin Mary. I don't know if I've got one available to myself, probably to you guys. See, that will be lovely on something. I'm going to put that. That's a lovely Christmas scene. I'm going to cut that out. And I may, or put that on the bag, or it may be, I'm going to have hanging down elements. It might be just a hanging down element. So what I would like to do is just organize all these things. So you can go ahead and organize your things and start doing whatever you need to do to attach them. And then next week we can have fun with other stuff. So I probably need to focus on one thing at a time. You're probably all screaming at me, focus, you crazy woman. Now, I have all kinds of stuff here. Where's that one gone? So I don't want to cover all of, see, I like that. I've changed my mind, you see. I'm going to put that there. And that's all that's going to happen on there, I think. I'm just putting that on because I just want to rejoice the lovely old feed sack quilt that's underneath it. So that's all that's going to happen on there. Good. And then that can go somewhere else. It's not a problem. So here, let's start looking. So there's, what elements do we have? Let's summarize. We've got this idea. So that's just pinned there to remind me. I'm doing it on the pom-pom. So when these hang down, there'll be pom-poms there. I'm going to have them all hanging at different lengths, different heights. In between, you might have these. Oh my gosh, this is really fun. This is not even what I thought, but I'm loving this already. Look at that. That's just making me happy. Okay, so that's an envelope. That's that one. Then I'm wondering if I should do that. No, it'll be too thick. I'm keeping those. We'll do some other things. They'll be, we might do those next week. I need to deal with this. I've done that. So we've got our folded over piece of, do you want me to tell you the measurement? It is 35 centimeters by 11. So you'll have to Google 35 centimeters by 11 into inches. It's not hard, just write 35 centimeters into inches and it will tell you. You just hit go and it will do it for you. So that, and I need to choose, I'll have to choose a ribbon to go there, but that's one element. We have this cute little stocking. This is just going to be one of these features like this. This is going to be two. I need to figure that one out. So I want to put a little something there. For example, I could hang that, my rusty heart on there. And do I have something small that I might like? Someone gave me these. Who gave me these? I think you gave me these. Corinne, did you? I apologize to the person who gave them to me if I've got it wrong, but I think Corinne gave these to us. This is perfect. Look at this. It's a bit big, isn't it? But it's perfect. Perfect color. And here's an, oh, excuse me, this looks like a green candy. I'll have that one somewhere. Okay, so that's going to go somewhere. Look, I could even put one down on there. I'm going a bit bonkers now. I could have one on here up there. Oh, I quite like that. Oh, and then that will be covering where the string kind of sort of attaches, but I want to see if I can put something else there as well. I'm not sure. So that's that. I'm not doing that, but I will do the bell. I may have to re-watch my video to remember what I wanted to do. I have a bit of Christmas linen here, but I can't grab it. Let's see. Anything little. I don't know if this will go, but I'm going to fussy cut it out. Doesn't matter, I can use it somewhere else. I might even use it next year if I don't use it this year. Now, you just don't know what you're going to get with this video because the inspiration is coming as I go. That is so cute. Oh, I think that's really sweet. Okay, I'm going to have that with the bell. Put my rubbish over there. Hopefully I remember the bell. I'm going to pin that in place. Now, do I want a little piece of fabric behind? No, Rachel, just leave it. I'm telling myself to leave it. I would love to cut that out, but no, I'm not going to because I love the bird. Okay, so that's going to go aside, and I need to remember that. Right. Now, those bells, I bought them on Temu in a bag. My bag, Mum got some as well. Her bag was quite rusted. And sorry, I'm just having a thought here as I talk. And my bag was very rusted and it had all rust powder in it. And I thought, oh gosh, I can't use that. And then Mum said she got hers and hers didn't have so much rust powder in it. So I thought, oh, maybe they're not as bad as I thought. So I pulled them out and really I wiped them with some paper. I thought I was going to wash them. I thought, no, that's not a good idea. So I just wiped them down with paper and not that much came off. So really, they're okay. I'm wondering, although I am going to trim that down, aren't I? But isn't that nice? It's like playing with paper. No, I'm going to cut that down, so I'm not going to do that. So that one can go aside. That needs to be worked on. This one we need to do something with. I could have a small piece of that, maybe over that little repair bit. Oh, wrong scissors. I don't think these will cut. I think this is a pair of my oldest scissors. That's going to go on there. I'll cut it afterwards. I'll stitch it on first. And I really don't know if I'll have something. I don't even have to embellish everything. I don't know if I have something small enough to go on there. But I'm quite liking that. And I could just put some holly on it. So I think maybe I'll leave that as it is. Let's open this pack. Oh, wait, I've got this. I could cut out flowers, you see. I have this little piece left. This could also be made. You could make that into, it's crooked, but you could make it into a baggy thing. For those who are doing, what are they called? For those who are doing, I can't think of the word. Advent calendars. There's the word. Let's see what we've got here in our scrap. See, I've used that before. I used that on one of the covers last week. I've got some berries there. Oh, that's lovely. Berries. I think I might leave it. I can always come back to it. What other things do I have in here? They're just really all bits. There's a few tiny bits of Christmas sort of fabrics, but they're really more just bits of, you know, those sort of colours. Now I've got these cute little birds. Just a minute. Could I want to cut them out. Now, I do think the colouring of the background is completely wrong for the very old washed out quilt. That is so cute. Oh, I love that. I'm going to put that on there. I know. Love it. That's going on there. Okay, there's another element done. I'm not doing anything on the back. That's going on there. Okay. Let's look at the back. Oh, we've got this one. Let's do this one first. So this one really doesn't, I could have a holly horseshoe. No, thank you. I won't do that. Oh, I had that. That's not going to fit, but I'm thinking I might like that on there is what I'm keeping that for. Oh, I'm going to fussy cut this out. It's a whole lot of fussy cutting. You'd think we were doing paper. is lovely. Trim that off. It really is sometimes just amazing how things happen, isn't it? Do I want that there? I don't think I like that. Do I? I don't know. I can't tell. If I were to take that off, I kind of like it. Not sure. What greens do I have over here? Just a second. I'm trying to see here. These are, I haven't got these packs in stock at the moment. I need to make some up, but I've got these greens. That's a good Christmassy sort of green, isn't it? And that one's lovely with the right sort of colours. And oh, I have this mattress. This it's not a mattress ticking. It's just a ticking stripe. I think it was a Tanya Whelan or something like that. Because I feel like if I were to do that, I don't know. I feel like that would be nice on there. Could I do something like that? I don't want to cover up all of the felt though. Oh, I've got little round Santa here too. Let's just hack into the fabric. You're probably horrified. Don't be horrified. It'll all be used somewhere. I haven't even pulled out my Christmas images, my other Christmas images, you know, the packs. They might go on to the bag. So, oh, I love that. And you know, we haven't used, I didn't use that linen, I probably don't need it. We haven't used any of this sort of thing. Where are those little ones here? We've got these. So we could have maybe a little bit of something a bit more, and maybe a bit of this. Got a tickle. Or I could put that down there. Excuse me, the tickle's getting me. Put that up there, trim it a little bit. That's going to go up there. Pins. Oh my gosh, when am I going to do all this? I mustn't sleep. We have to. I must tell myself, you must stay awake. Or do I want a little piece of this? I could even have. I think that's so cute. Just a little stripper. Oh, I think that's a little bit small. I'll tie a bow with that. Put that. And of course we can pull out the laundry labels at a later date. So I love the colors of that. That's very soft and pretty. So that's going to go there. And again, not decorating the back. There's no need. And I'm very happy with that one. They shouldn't be too long of things too. So cute to put together. Okay, now let's do this as the big one. The big one. And then we'll see if there's anything else. And then I need to get stitching. Right, so first of all, I have cut into this one, so we can use bits and pieces of this. So let's cut across here. We want regular shape sort of fabric here. And I will stitch this. I'm not going to do as much as I did on the other ones. I'll put a little something. See, I was trying not to cut that swatchy bit off, but I have to. But that could be lovely up there. I think I'll just focus on the front. Oh, that's really pretty. That might need a bit of this. Don't want to lose that. Oh, what about a bit of this? that. I want to cover all of that underneath or down here. Maybe down here. No, there. So you'll be able to see some of the bag. You don't need to see that. We'll put that over there. And I wanted to have maybe a little bit of this. I didn't really bring any laces in, but I could sort of put that. Oh, I like that up there. So let's bring all of this down a little bit. And that's going to go across the gusset there. I'll trim off all those funny bits because you then have to stitch them all down. It's just a bit of a nightmare, bit of a logistical nightmare. Okay, cut those off. That is going to go there. I think it just adds a bit of lightness, not all so dense and heavy. Like so. And then I'll pin this, lock it in. I have my cardboard somewhere, but I'll just cut another one. Similar size, same size bag, maybe a tiny bit smaller than the ones I did the other week. So that's going to go there. I'll just pin it like this for the moment. And then I need a little something here. I had an embroidery flying around. I haven't put any tassels on, but they could be things that I might decide to have dangling down there. I'll put a tassel maybe with the bell sort of thing, if you know what I mean. Where did that little embroidery go? I had a little strip of an embroidery and I put it over here, I thought, so I didn't lose it. Famous last words. Famous last words. Let's see if I can, otherwise I might cut one of those out. Of course you pull all this stuff out. Like I've got that too. That's lovely. That will just, I might just stitch that on something. Could put it on backet so it's got a bit of, no, I don't want that colour. Anyway, I can't find the little embroidered flowers that I had brought in here, thinking I was going to put them somewhere, and do you think I can find them? Anyway, I'm loving this bag. So I could come along. I can't find the flowers. No, that's the same. Isn't that pretty? That could go around the corner. But I wasn't going to decorate the back, but I could have that. I could cut them out a bit more like this. I was pulling everything out with Mum on the phone, and I said to Mum, and I might embroider those. Oh, that would be interesting. I don't think I will embroider those, but that's pretty. I like that. I was saying to Mum, I was pulling all the stuff out and I said, oh my God, Mum, I have to put it all back. I really like that. I could embroider them before I put it on if I find I have the time, I would absolutely embroider those. I'm just going to pin them for the moment. And I think that bag is done. Now I wanted to grab one of these. What do I have in here? Because I did have a few leftovers in my images. And I might have something. I've got the, no, they're ruined. They're printed on my printer that broke my favorite printer. I never got a printer like that ever again. So upset. I could put him. I used him on one of the bags, didn't I? But he could go. I've got him. I won't open another pack because otherwise I'll run out of those. So I have him. I'm going to cut him out. And he's going to be one of those elements that hangs down. Although I'd like that one. I think I might back that. I might open that one. I might back him onto a piece of felt as well. felt, wool, whatever you have. So, and then what would I do? Would I stitch that on? Oh, I quite like that. Stitch that on there like that. Yes, I do like that. Okay, he's going to go on there. And have a little bit of, do we want a little bit of this? I don't know if I can tie a bow with that, but I could stitch a bow. I could stitch it like it was a bow, like that. That's something Juju would do. And somehow that will attach. I don't know if I want other, I might put other things on afterwards. That's another element. So I'm going to make all these elements and then I'm not going to have room to keep them all. There's another one. And it's not to say that you use absolutely everything that you pulled out. And I won't know until I start putting it together whether I want to. Love that. I painted that years ago. I did want to have this, so I am opening it. This is now mine. I'm claiming it because I don't have any. That's it. I had a few leftovers because I didn't have enough, to fill the pack. So I'm having a pack. I think that's fair enough. I want these fellows. See, they're not very hard to cut out. This is so much fun. I couldn't help myself. I just had to do it. Oh, I like that. Okay, that's going on there. And then what? Stitch that onto there. So I get to keep a little bit of that fabric. And then I'm going to put it onto here, I think. Or here. Do we want a little red frame around it? It does make it become very big. No. Or onto a piece of linen. I could put it onto a piece of wadding, or I could put it onto here. I love this. I don't really want to waste it. No, I think I'll just have it like that. I could back it with this. Oh, I like it on there. What about, I don't know. If I move Santa over, then I lose all my painted, no, I lose all my painted bits. I kind of like the idea of Santa just on a piece of felt too. So I had a different shape, not rectangular. Why don't I try that? I think that's what I'll do. I've changed my mind. I think I'm going to put Santa on a piece of felt and just have the shape. Because I wanted a few different, I don't want everything rectangle. So I'll stitch that on there and then cut around the shape, and that's going to be a long narrow one hanging down. I did like it on that Sparkle Larkle piece, but they're just gorgeous. Oh, we don't have any bells. I could fussy cut the bells out. Let's fussy cut the bells out. If I want to use all the elements, I can use them somewhere else. And also, like with these, you don't have to use them as I am. You don't have to use them for what they were intended for, like in the rectangle. You can cut out the elements. The same with the journal, the printed journal pages. Just recompose them. That's the most fun. Cutting them up, putting them back together in a different way with other fabrics. I'm going to cut that little berry off. It's too hard to cut around. At least if I use two, yeah, same effect as the other one. Really nice. I like that. Right. Now, I'm having another thought. Goodness gracious, the thoughts just keep on coming, don't they? The more you do, the more things pop into your head. You'll have to let me know how many things did pop into your head if you decide to do it. Now I did, oh, well, it popped into my head, but I may not have what I need for the head popping. Oh, I have that. I don't love the embroidery on there. So I was thinking, oh no, I wanted to put it on a lacy one. I think I cut up my lacy one. Where is it? I did. Oh, well, you see, I thought you could, yes, something like that's what I'm going to do. Put it on there. Let's put it here. So it makes it again different to the others. I'll trim that bit off. I can always use that, so I'll trim that. How I'm going to attach it to the thing, don't know. Trim that bit off. I can move it over a bit further, just a sec. That's what I wanted. Put that on there. And there's another element. I think now we probably should look at our elements because we could be overflowing with all the elements. So, oh my God, do you realize I have to tidy this up? That scares me. Okay, pins over here, put the pins away. I love those pins. So what I have here is, this is my base. As I said, where I need to, I'll chop those off because those can dangle off things and I can use them somewhere else. That's not part of it. I didn't decide about that yet. I need to let's just chuck all of this stuff. Just pretend like that stuff's not there. You won't be able to see it all. We can't lay it all out, but, oh, excuse me, I'm hiccuping. So that way we can have a little look. Oh my gosh, I love it. So that's kind of a little bit like what we did with the Easter one. I said I didn't want it to be too long. Now this will pull and that will be hanging down. And then that can go. And this is not the order, I'm just playing around here. We're going to have, oh my gosh, I love the stockings. Now we don't want white and white, we want something like that. Then we need a big thing. Let's put this one, and then we could have that, and they can be all at different heights, so they actually can go in closer. Oh, I'm loving it. They can go in closer together. That one could hang right down there, and we'll have the other. I'm going off screen here, but then we'll have the other stocking over here, and then we also have this and we have this. So we have plenty of things. I don't want two stockings near each other. I might bring this one. Oh no, I didn't want those. But anyway, that's going to go in and that's going to slot in. And there's some elements. And then we've got other things that can happen along the way. Oh, that was going to be a bag. Oh, I didn't finish that one. So I've actually got, well, that's not a vessel. Oh, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I've got 6. I might have to make another one. But I might not put this one on as is. But do I? Then I might pick up some sort of scraps. Let's tidy up this scrap. I like all my scraps to be sort of like a not with funny shapes. I am loving this. I'm very happy with it. See, oh, I could have it. See, wouldn't that be nice? I'm going to stitch that on there and it's going to face that way. Oh, that's it. That's going on there. Yay. And there's another one. I found a home, and I might put a label or something. I don't know. I don't know much, I know. That made sense, didn't it? See, I can put something like this there. Yeah, that's cute. So much fun is to be had. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. We're on birds together. Oh my goodness, I'm being difficult. Yeah, this is just the tip of the iceberg, but what fun is that going to be? So much fun. I could maybe put a little something on there, but I can just decide that in a minute when I've done my stitching. So what can you see? I think you can see pretty much everything. Just that sand. I can bring it over just a sec. Bring this all over so you can see. I mean, this is not the order, because I won't remember the order that I put it in, but I'm just giving you an idea of what it could be looking like. It's going to be so jolly and pretty. Really nice. So I'm really happy about that. So, bunting with a twist. Why is it with a twist? Because it's got bags hanging off it. Vessels. So you can put little sprigs of holly in. You could have, maybe you've got some guests coming and there's one, each guest gets to pull something out of it. Or you could do it as an advent. But look at that. I just love that. So that's the first part of the video. I'll be back next week with some more. We'll probably be making a few embellishments and things, and then we'll be bringing it all together. So it could be 2 parts or 3 parts, I'm not sure. This is part 1, and I'll link all the parts in the description as I go along, so you can, if you're new, then you can jump back. But this is the first one. This is part 1. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you again soon. Bye.